Hi guys, welcome to Stardew Valley. I assume if you're watching you kind of know the general vibe of this game. In the poll I did recently, there was, I think, the most votes were for this game. So, since it's a very chill and kind of unwind type of game, I figured it made sense to do a series of this. So let's start a new farm. I will turn down the volume when I get to the settings, but I can't right now. So I'll just put mushy. Let's put odd farm. Favorite thing. This is tricky. I mean, it's obvious to go for something ASMR-y, like tingles or whatever, but I'm trying to avoid that. So let's put cheesecake, because it's the first thing that comes to mind. Prefer cats. Gonna try and not spend too much time on this stuff, because it's, I mean, I don't think it's the most interesting. I like to go for some blue kind of hair. Shirts. Oops. Oh no. Ay. These menus aren't necessarily the most convenient to use with a controller. He says, making excuses. Not cheeseburger, cheesecake. Alright. Here I had this. A dark blue. Shirt. Yeah, quite like this. Just put normal pants. Okay, and there's not much variety, luckily. Yeah, that's fine. Accessory. Just leave this as is. Very pasty. It's all a bit too weird for me, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, and then eye color. Very pale blue, maybe. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Does this really matter? No, I don't think so. And for the type of farm, the standard is just a, well, standard farm. Riverland, islands, scenic riverbanks, fish are more common. Maybe. Forest, that's the one I always pick in, well, as long as I can remember. In all the saves I had, I took this one. Hilltop. Winding river. Perfect for a group, but I'm not in a group, so... Beach. I feel like this is new. Sprinklers don't work. It's kind of a nuisance, since I tend to rely pretty heavily on sprinklers. I feel like just the standard farm. You know what? I tend to stick to what I know, so let's take forest. I'm gonna skip the intro because it's, I mean, it's not a part I can talk over, and I can just tell you what happened because I've played it before, so let's go. First, let's turn down the music just a tick. Okay, so this is Stardew Valley. It's a game where you, well, I said I wasn't going to explain it, but here I am anyway. It's like a farming, fishing, building your own life kind of game, but in a very pleasant way, in my opinion. What is this? Parsnip seeds. So basically this is a farm, well, your grandfather, rest his soul's farm. And you were stuck in a dead-end office job, and you decided to change your life around and you know, just change your life, go for a more rural setting, away from the busy city life, which I think many of us can relate to. So you start with these basic tools: axe, a hoe, watering can, pickaxe, scythe, and as you go you upgrade these into trying to remember copper, steel, gold and iridium, which progressively just get better and allow you to work more efficiently. This is the greenhouse, which will be one of the main priorities, at least in the way I like to play, because it's very useful to have. For now I think just let's clean up the farm a bit. As you can see in the bottom right corner there is an energy meter. Everything you do except from walking, just like any work activity, depletes the stamina or energy bar a tiny bit. You can refill it by eating or drinking. I guess there are some potions that refill the bar. When the bar depletes, you first get very tired, and then when it's completely empty you just pass out and you wake up in your bed the next day, usually with some items missing. Here we have a small cave which we can put stuff in at some point. Here is Grandpa's... Sorry about the traffic. I'm trying to escape city life here. Mushy, wait for my return on the dawn of your 3rd year. So, after 2 years, so at the start of the 3rd year, the spirit of your grandpa kind of rates your farm, and based on that score you get certain rewards. So I'll have to make sure it looks okay by then. I'm not cutting this grass just yet because it's actually food, and it's one of the many things that I guess you just have to learn over time, because it doesn't tell you that much about what to do and how to do certain things. For now, the main priority is to make the farm look a bit nicer and clear some space. So a few different kind of trees. These are the spruce. This is oak. And these are maple trees, which all yield various different things. These are hardwood stumps, which with my basic axe, you can see it's not strong enough to break this stump, so we'll have to upgrade it. And then we can get hardwood. And at the bottom you can see we're gathering quite a bit of fiber, which I remember in my first game I rather stupidly sold because I thought it was just trash. You can actually use fiber for a few things. The most important one, in my opinion, is to make grass, or not sure what the technical term is, but you can plant this kind of grass, which when we get animals, we can use this grass to feed them. So if we were to sell all the fiber now, we would miss out on, well, a pretty significant amount of grass to feed our animals with. And like the hardwood stumps, these are big boulders with which we can't mine just yet with our starter pickaxe. I really like this game. It's well, like Spelunky, it's one of the few games which my fiance also enjoys. And we have, not too long ago, we used to play this pretty much every day. Perhaps in a later video I can give a quick tour of the farm we made together. More hardwood stumps. I tend to go for the forest farm, like this type of farm. I usually go for it because it makes the start of the game a little bit easier for how I like to play, which is I like to forage. And like I like to keep animals, but they're not generally the main source of income, so to speak. And you can see the energy bar is pretty much empty. We started to feel exhausted because we've been working all day. It's 7:40 p.m. So, well, it's not really late yet, so I guess we can just walk around a bit more before we go to bed. I should have started cleaning up here because I am still a bit blocked in by all the rubble. I have a little pond where you can fish, although from memory I doubt there are many fish we can catch here. It's some, well, there are some standard kind of fish which aren't worth that much. You can also catch trash, which obviously isn't good for much, at least at the start. This is our recycling bin where we sell any kind of product or material, like the crops we grow, animal products we can gather. $9:40 I think is a good time to go to bed. We didn't earn any money yet, so usually that shows up at night when you sleep. Hello there, just got back from a fishing trip. You should come down to the beach sometime. I've got something for you, Willy. Alright. Before we do anything else, I should plant the parsnip seeds I have. So I'll clear some space. Oh, little frog. We'll chop this down. We have 15 seeds, so let's make a 5x3 area. So now we can plant these. I'm sure there are more efficient ways to start a new farm, but I feel like the whole point of this game is to just do things your own way and at your own pace. So now we have to water each spot individually, and this is why I was hesitant to start the beach farm, because as the description said, then we couldn't use sprinklers. And watering each spot uses up some energy, so by the time we have a bigger crop field, it just takes a lot of time and energy to water everything. So I plan to get sprinklers as soon as I can. Let's just do this right side of the farm, and then I'll have to go see Willy. I'm recording before I start work. I figured this is about as good a time as any to record. But I didn't take into consideration the fact that that a lot of people leave for work. So there is a bit more traffic than during the rest of the day. this and collect these dandelions. And just this little bit. As you progress in the game, the energy bar gets, well, it doesn't get physically bigger, but your energy depletes less quickly. Alright, let's go into town because I'm running low on energy anyway. This is the bus stop, which... Can we use this already? No. Out of service. I'll try not to spoil too much because it's... Maybe it ruins the experience a bit. So this is the town center. The shop calendar where we can see everyone's birthday and major town events. This is the shop where we can buy seeds for crops and other stuff. Parsnip, beans, cauliflower, potato. Actually, I think I will buy some crops or seeds. Takes 10 days to mature, keeps producing after that, grows on a trellis. Yeah, I like, well, in general, I like crops that like that grow on plants, so you don't have to harvest the whole plant and re-sow for the next harvest. So let's get like... Oh. Whoops. Yeah, I'll get back to that. I don't think we can go in here, just... Oh, we can. I thought this area is blocked off until you become better friends. Jody, Marnie, Emily, Caroline, and Robin. Here we have friendship meters for every character in town. And the question mark ones I haven't met yet. You can give them all presents to increase their friendship faster, depending on the gift. 1 earth crystal. Well, it's unlikely we'll find an earth crystal anytime soon. Sam. Here we have our little quest journal. So this is the earth crystal we have to deliver to Lewis. Visit Willy before 5 p.m. We're on our way there. Cultivate and harvest a parsnip. And say hello to all 28 people in town. So that's why I'm talking to everyone I meet now, because when you're missing just a few people, it gets a bit confusing to know who you've spoken to yet. Ahoy there. The salty seas. Finally saved enough to buy me a new rod. Gotta do a pirate accent. So we get his old fishing rod. Right, but I can't. Okay. Lesson 1. Make a chest as soon as you can to store stuff. It's good water, all kinds of fish. I mean, fish. Shop's back open, so come by if you need any supplies. I'll also buy anything you catch. If it smells, it sells. Alright. So I figure this is what our farm would look like generally if we had chosen the beach farm. These worms you can dig up with your hoe. But since I don't have any space, I guess I'll just leave it. Elliot, the artsy boy. With 300 pieces of wood, this could be fixed. Subtle hint. So yeah, there are a few things you have to do right away, or really you don't have to do anything, but it's good that the game gives you some directive. So now we will make a chest to store all the stuff we don't need just yet. Crafting chests, and of course I can't put it anywhere because I don't have space. This is really not efficient. Now let's put everything in here. I guess we can plant the seeds. Six and 7. And let's water them. All right. So now we have a few basic crops growing, and we'll at least have something to sell soon. Oh, yeah, that's kind of He's still in the shop, but because he's not behind his counter, well, the shop isn't technically open. Backpack upgrade for 2,000. So we would have the second row of slots available, which is already a huge help. This is the community center, which is a pretty key element of the game. Is one big overarching goal is to restore this building to its former glory, and you do this by completing bundles of various types. Like there's a, well, the whole building is split up in sections. Demetrius, Sebastian, yeah, as I was saying, the whole community center is split up in sections, and they all have a bunch of bundles with various items you have to gather to complete them. And you get usually pretty good rewards for completing bundles. Most often it's always something you can use for the farm, like some type of machine or seeds or whatever. But I think I'm going to call it a video for now. I feel like 2 days is kind of a good length for each video, so we can get some stuff done, but it's not too short or too long of a video. So yeah, this was a very like hopefully not too confusing of a start of this game. Things will get more clear as we progress, and yeah, there's a lot to do and to see and to experience in this game, so we'll all get to it eventually. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for sticking with me throughout the time I was not making videos. I really appreciate all the comments and support and welcome back messages. Really makes me feel like I was missed, and that's always like heartwarming in a very mushy way, no pun intended. But yeah, that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.